What's happening in woodshop class? Mr. Coop here in a very funny angle. Never really done this one before. You're up there and I'm down here, and you're gonna be watching me work a little bit here, but you're not just watching me work, you're learning how you're gonna do it yourself. So today is gonna be a self-paced situation, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna watch through this video and then you're gonna do it yourself. You'll upload a picture and show Mr. Coop you can follow directions, and also that you have great accuracy. So you guys all got one of these fancy dancy things, and we looked at some of these things on Thursday or Friday, depending on what class you're in. So we're gonna get this stuff back out. Some of you guys may have already found good uses for these things. Today we are going to be utilizing this, the big block of wood, and the thing you've all been waiting for, trying to figure out what in the world this is for. Well, we're going to tell you one of the two uses for this today. Okay? That and that. And you will also need your ruler today, because we're going to teach you how to use your ruler. Now, my ultimate goal with this is to, when we get you wood glue, actually have you cut it out and put it onto your ruler. If you have that available to you and you want to do it on your own, that is fine. I don't mind. But for those who are like me and currently don't have wood glue, well, it's not entirely true. I'm in the wood shop. I could get wood glue, but I'm pretending that I'm not at the wood shop. We're pretending I'm at home. I'm going to fold this thing so that it's got a nice line right along the top of the inches side of the ruler, because you want to make sure you're measuring inches and not centimeters. Okay? Now, I folded it really nicely at the 0 over here so that I start right at 0. And that first mark you'll see is a 16. 3/16 quarter. Yeah, you guys know it now. And then if you want to do the same thing over on this side, you can. But it's not as important, because what we're doing today will not get to 12 inches. And if you want to cut this off, if you want to get rid of it, as long as you keep the ruler and are able to glue that on to this stick eventually. Now, if you're like me, you may also want to have some snacks. So I like cashews and peanuts, and that's what keeps me going. Okay. Now that you've got all the things that you know, oh, wait a second, Mr. Coop, you don't have everything. You'll need this block here, this ruler, and then I recommend for you guys a pencil, sharp pencil. I'm going to use the pen just so it shows up on the video better, but I do recommend a pencil. All right, so, ready to go? Let's do this. What I want you to do today is to practice measurement. But not just measurement, how to put those measurement parts onto your board. Okay? So, I'm going to choose 5/16. Okay, 5/16. And what I want you to do is set your ruler on one edge. Hopefully you guys learned that from Lumber Basics. One edge. Go to 5/16, and we're going to do what's called a crow's foot, where you do a mark and another mark, okay, like this. This is a crow's foot, and it's right on 5/16. Now, why do the two marks? Well, if the two marks meet up at one point, that is a lot better than, I'm going to go to the other side, if you try and make a straight mark on 5/16, okay, and you try and follow that, well, what part is 5/16? The big part over here or the small part over here? Who knows? So that's why we do what's called a crow's foot over here, and we make a nice sharp crow's foot. I want you to do this for off of the edge and off of the end at each side. So I'm going to do one here, and I'm going to do one here. I'll show you a set on the edge, I'll show you a set on the end, and then I'll speed it up and you'll do it for all the parts. come down here and do another one. So I'm starting to make crow's feet all the way around. And what I'm going to do with these crow's feet, I'll show you one and then I'll finish in fast mode. I'm going to connect the crow's feet because we know this is 5/16 here and 5/16 here. So we're going to put our straight edge on there. No, not a ruler yet. It doesn't have any marks on it. I'm going to try and get it right where my pen will intersect with those two lines, nice and sharp. Okay, so what I'm hoping for is you have a nice sharp line like that. And then you'll do it again on the end here. Get your pen so it's lined up right where that is. Boom. We're going to do that for all four sides. Let's speed it up. Okay, team. So this is what your block should look like after having done all your measurements and making straight lines along those crow's feet. So, why are you having me do this, Mr. Coop? Well, I'm about to explain why you're having to do this, and it will play a part in your end result. Okay? So, this is important for learning measurement and knowing how to mark measurement. And you can do it this way. Now, I'm going to teach you something really neat about that little tool you have. So, where did that little tool go? That's the problem, we can't find it. So, this is a way you can do this, and it's fantastic. Now, the thing about it is, I made that measurement the same as what it is here. Okay? Well, what I want you to do is have this same distance away from, as it is from the edge, in on the face here. I want you to do that same thing with the edge and the end having that same amount. So if you want to not have to do all those crow's feet again, you can actually take this, and as long as you keep good pressure, you can run your pencil and utilize it to give you that same dimension everywhere. See what I've done there? Aha! So this is what we call a marking gauge, and it's specific to this dimension. So look, the line's the same there as it is there. That's great because now we'll be able to create a detail that's even on the top and bottom, and I'll show you how to do that next. But first, we got to wrap this line around our other sides. So let's do that. All right, so this is what your finished product should look like. It should have your crow's feet on the top. That's showing you learned how to use the marking with the crow's foot and make straight lines along that using your straight edge, or maybe it's already a ruler. And then also utilizing the other tool, the marking gauge, and pulling your lines around here. Now, Mr. Coop has done this a few times, and my lines are really pretty crisp. It may take some practice holding this in the right spot and being able to put pressure on both sides while holding a pencil. Okay? That might take a little time to get, accustomed to. A way around that is if you have, instead of having to apply pressure here, you could lay it down and then run it like that. Okay? Or find some other way to create pressure that your hand doesn't have to hold. Okay? So eventually we'll have clamps available for you, and that would be a good way to get away with your pressure on both sides. We'll clamp it, and then all you have to do is think about tracing it and holding this tight. But anyway, this is what we're hoping for. I want you can watch this video over again if you need to go back and figure out some other steps. But at the end of the day, I need a picture of a block of wood like this with your pretty face on it in the picture. Let me know it's you. So you can say, hey, Mr. Coop, I know how to mark a block of wood. And then, next time we get together, I'll teach you how to make cool shapes on your piece of wood. So, that's where we're headed. I hope you enjoyed doing that. Thanks for sticking with me. Take care.